Alright, I am here with the setup of my undated monthly planner from Makselife, so let's get into it. Friends, to introduce myself, I'm Sherry Shares Plans. I share my planner ideas, reviews, and inspirations here on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, so check those out. The links will be in the description of this video. And in today's video, I have my undated monthly planner from Makselife that I have here to share with you guys. I wanted to show you how I set it up, how I'm going to be using it this year. So I do have a whole review video on the undated monthly planner. This is the 12-month undated goal setting and monthly planner from Makselife. It is in the cloud cover. It's like this beautiful off-white color here. So I love, it's like the 7x9 size. So I did choose to use this over my companion notebooks because I think I'm liking the size on this a little bit more. And I can't lie, I love a coil. So I love that I have this on a coil here. Let's see. So the planner does also come in the gray storm color. That's also a really beautiful color. And it is priced at $68. So what I like about this planner is it has all of the, like a monthly spread, so you can plan your monthly on here, but then it has all of the goal setting pages that come in like the flagship planner, the regular 7x9 planner, just none of the weekly spreads. And then it has some notes pages, more notes pages in this planner than the other planner. So let me show you guys what this looks like and kind of how I set it up and how I'm using it. So I put my name on here, just found some stickers to put my name on here. And then you can see here too, I've updated the tabs. So these tabs do come blank. And in the back of the planner here, they have, in the back of the planner here, they have these little stickers, and these are little stickers for the tabs. So you can put it on both the front and the back of the tabs. I just put it on the front. I don't know. That's just what I decided to do. Okay. So here is through the goal setting pages. I kind of, the process in which I went to set up my 2023 goals was I followed Plan with Lakin. I'm a Patreon member of her community. She offered a 3-part series in goal setting back in December. And I did go through the first 2 classes of that with her. And that's pretty much how I came about and set up my goals. And I have like a whole separate book that like I did that in, and then I transferred some stuff into here. So I wanted to show you here what it looks like. So this is my compass assessment. This was for basically how I felt at the end of 2022, going into 2023, how I felt about my compass assessment. My numbers here, actually, I think, okay. Oh, I think it's in the reflections book, but you can compare how your 2022 numbers were compared to your 2023 numbers. I feel like my numbers overall are a little bit lower, but I also feel it's more realistic here in this planner. So, but I think everything kind of is pretty close on my life compass. So I'm just going to be working like on everything at the same time pretty much. You have some pages here for assessment scoring, and I use these to help figure out my score. And then I have my intentions page. So I love the intentions page. So I've got some intentions here, and then I've got my word of the year. I think I struggled trying to picking out a word of the year because I thought it would be something like a worthy or capable, because those are like something that's really sticking with me right now, some affirmations that are really sticking with me. So I think I ended up on deserving, because I kept saying to myself that I deserve this, I deserve to reach my goals, I deserve to feel good about myself, all that stuff. So I think that's where I landed on my word of the year is deserving. I don't know, I guess I don't feel bad about it, but I don't know if I feel super strongly about it, but it kind of felt right in the moment. But I feel maybe more like affirmations are going to be my thing this year. Maybe I'll have like an affirmation or something like that that really resonates with me at that time. And I think that's where it ended up on here. So that's my intentions page. And then got to the setting the goals pages. So it's kind of funny how I went through here is the annual goals pages I actually use to set my quarterly goals, because I feel like my quarterly goals, I do better at setting quarterly goals than I do better at annual goals. Annual goals, looking at the entire year, is too big of a time span for me to look at. I love setting quarterly goals and then building off of that. So I can look at the next 3 months and say, this is what I've got going on. This is what I want to do. This is what I have time for, and build off of that. So I'm really excited about that. So, but I realized too, after I set my quarterly goals on my annual goals page, that I do kind of want some annual goals. And I think my annual goals are very vague and just kind of like a more intention, a guiding direction on how I want to spend the year. So I'll show you what I did there to make that up in the back. But these pages are my quarterly goals. So let me show you what I got in here. Okay. So first up, like I said, this is my quarterly goals, but I did add some stretch goals that ended up ending on my annual goals page, because these are like the bigger goals. These may or may not start this year or in the next few years, but that's why I've wrote some stretch goals on here. So personal goals for the first quarter, I've set up tracking and routines. I feel like this is always on my mind, tracking and routines. So I've got monthly task, monthly planner set up, and a weekly planning setup. And what I'm actually using to help me reach these goals, is this checklist journal. So this is a checklist journal from Erin Condren. I've also used it for content creating, but I've got a weekly plan on here. So these are the things that I want to plan for weekly, and I just want to kind of check it off when I'm doing it. And then on the next page here, I have monthly planning. So each month, these are the things that I want to plan for or do, and so I wrote all the months on here. And I'll be using this to help track, to make sure I don't forget to plan something or something doesn't fall to the wayside, or just check it off when I do it. So this is going to help me with my monthly planning and my weekly planning setup and routines. Down here in this fun and recreation section is probably what I'm most excited about, is Go Wild and my reading goals. So this side over here, I've wrote my Go Wild goals, and then over here I've wrote my reading goals, and then other stuff down here at the bottom. So Go Wild, I want to make sure I'm making like prep videos, a vlog, a merch haul, a swag haul, all that stuff for Go Wild. So I want to make sure I'm giving myself the time and everything like that to do those videos. Merch, I kind of put off on purchasing some of the merch, but there was some stuff that I was able to like pre-order, so that's going to be coming in. But I want to make sure like I've got all my merch and stuff like that settled for Go Wild. I want to make sure I do my memory keeping. I did very little memory keeping from last year's Go Wild. I think I might finish some of that, but I also want to do it for this next Go Wild, which is at the beginning of March. So in this quarter, I want to make sure I do that in like sometime in March as well. And then savings. So figuring out how much I ended up spending. Well, first of all, saving up until Go Wild. And then once I get through Go Wild, how much I spent and how much I realistically think I need to save for next year's Go Wild. Reading goals. I have 4 books that I want to read this quarter. I want to complete my reading journal, so make sure I'm staying up to date in those. And then I have my 35 list when planning. So last October, I turned 35 and I made basically like a 35 things to do in 35. It's quite a big list. Some of them are bigger things, some of them are smaller things. I check some stuff off, but I want to make sure when I am planning that I'm looking at that list and planning when I'm going to do some of those things, because some of those things are fun things or new things, or I just want to make sure I'm thinking about that stuff when I'm planning. So the next one here is work and learning, and my big goal right now is just getting through the school term, and then which ends at the end of February, and then I have another term that starts at the beginning of March. So I wrote down my classes that I want to do, and then I wrote down third class. So in case there's another additional class that I want to try to squeak out and get by before the end of February, I wrote that on here. And then I have my new term, my calls with my mentor, and then finishing my next class by the end of March. So stretch goal I wrote on here, new job. That's still, I don't even know if that's a thing or if that's something I'm going to do or not, but right now, like, I'm just finishing up school. That stretch goal is something bigger out there. It's a new job. Family relationships, I didn't feel like I need to put too much in here, but I did put date nights because I do want to make sure that we are getting out of the house and doing some things together and new things together. So I wrote that on here. And then stretch goal, again, starting a family, hopefully sometime this year, but maybe it's sometime in the future, but that's on there for my stretch goal. Okay, my next goals here, I have health and wellness. So workout routine, having a workout routine, sticking with it, and then water goals. So making sure I'm sticking to reaching my water goals daily, drinking enough water, sticking to my diet. I've been trying the carnivore diet. It's been hugely successful for me. So I just want to kind of keep track of the days that I stick to that diet and kind of how many days we go off of that diet. But I think I really want to try to like do my best to stick to it for a while here. I've got, lose 20 pounds. I hate writing numbers on here like that because I don't know, there's only so much of it I can control. I want to make sure I'm doing these other things, and if doing these other things gets me to that goal, then that's a success. If they don't, if I do all the other things but I don't hit that goal and that number, I'm not failing. I hit the other things that should get me there, could get me there, okay? Spiritual and personal growth. A lot of this section for me is going to be like doing Club Moxie, doing my other goals trainings and stuff like that. And then I wrote down a routine book. So I had purchased a book on routines to read and then a workbook to work through with that. And so I just want to make sure I'm working on that during this month. Financial. So this focus is planner, spending, and earnings. So I have wrote down an earnings goal for my stretch goal here and then for the quarter. Again, there's only so much I can do to control my earnings because it does fluctuate from commissions and then you know, monetizing YouTube and stuff like that. So there is only so much of that I can't control, but I want to do the other, I just want to track that. So if I have that on here, I can keep track of my earnings. I also wrote tracking that. So making sure I'm actually writing that down and tracking my earnings that way. And I want to make sure I'm doing that for, you know, all the different revenue sources just to keep track of that. So I also wrote down a low planner spend. I think so many of us go through that at the beginning of the year. We're like destashing, decluttering, and realizing how much stuff we have. So I really want to focus on a low planner spend and then tracking it honestly tracking it. So all the things that I buy for either Sherry's plans or for my own planner stuff, like I want to make sure I'm tracking that honestly. Sell items. Right now I am going through doing some giveaways on some planner boxes. So that's selling items for me. But then I've also got a handful of other items that I have purchased myself that I do want to sell. So I am going to be working on basically destashing and selling some items. Last thing in my financial goals is here, and then part of like Go Wild, but it's Go Wild spending and budgeting. So again, figuring all that stuff out. And then my physical environment, I wrote declutter office. So organizing, destash and trash, containers, sorting, like again, organizing, and then going through the closet. So those are my Q1, quarter one goals, okay? Vision board, I didn't do a vision board page, but I did do this page, which is so fun. Okay, so this is on the tab page for January, and these are stickers from Planner Kate, and I think I saw somebody else like decorate this tab page, but I started with my intentions and then kind of spilled over into just some other goals and stuff. So I had some fun with this page. This is my monthly spread. There's not a whole lot on here right now, but I do want to plan on, you know, like the fun things that I'm doing, the school stuff that I'm doing, like those goal type things. I want to make sure to put those on here as well at some point. So this is undated. So I am using Planner Kate stickers for the month header and then for these date dots. And then these are Planner Kate payday flags as well. And I'm kind of using just like almost like the Erin Condren color scheme for the months here. And then I have my monthly goals for January. Okay, so I've got on here completing my checklist, which I've kind of already done, working on my evening routine and scheduling content posts as part of my January goals. I've also got on here to do something fun, start my reading journals, finish a book, and pause book of the month. So if you've heard me talk about book of the month and my reading goals, I love book of the month. I'll have a link for it here. You can start and join book of the month for only $5. After that, it's like $15 and taxes, but you get to pick one book out of their, I think it's like 6 books is what they usually offer, or you can choose something else from their library. But you get this, you buy a book every month, and I love it because it's kind of with their book section selection. I feel like I'm kind of forced or encouraged to try new books, to check out new books. So I love it. I'm really excited about it, but I did not read as many books as I wanted to last year, and I have a ton of books. And I just purchased, I got 3 books with my last book of the month haul. So I'm going to pause book of the month for a few months, and I love that you could do that. It's really easy to do, but you pause it and you come back when you're ready, and it's so easy. So I'm going to pause it for a few months, catch up on some of the books that I have, and do that. I've got finishing a class on here for my monthly goals for work and learning. Nothing in here for family relationships. Health and wellness, working out 3 times a week and tracking my carnivore diet. Spiritual and personal growth, I've got completing the Makselife training and then mastering your motivation class. That is from Plan with Lakin, and that is happening later this month. So I want to make sure I attend the class or watch it, and yeah, take what I can from that. Financial, I've got some stuff to pay and some people to call, so I've kind of covered that stuff up. But then I've got tracking my spending on here. And then physical environment, I've got declutter office, trash keep or destash, sell items, and then setting up a printer I got for Christmas, and I've already checked that off. Some of this other stuff I can probably check off too, but that's just where I'm at. Okay, and then this is where I was at for week 1. I am currently like in week 1 right now, like towards the end of week 1. So this is what I have. I've got this cute, adorable washi from Sweet Beans Plants. I think that's the name of the shop. But I've got this cute washi from here. I'm using these flag stickers. These are from Planner Kate as well, and you can get them to match the Makselife colors. So week 1, like, oh, this sticker too is from Planner Kate as well. Personal goals, weekly plan, scheduling posts, and then tracking my habits. Fun and recreation, setting up the reading journals, reading nightly, and then pausing book of the month. Finishing that first task for my last class on this week as well. Working out 3 times, drinking water goals, and I did set a number on here. And then Club Moxie trainings this week, and then making sure I complete my weekly reflections. And then tracking spending, paying some bills, and then completing out my my flexible spending stuff from last year, and then selling items on Facebook, and then posting items and boxes for sale, which I'm currently doing right now as well. So that's that. Kind of show you guys what February looks like. So I have gone through and started filling out some of these date dots and stuff like that for each of the other months. So this is great. I love that you can start this undated monthly planner at any time. I have started it at the beginning of the year, so it's going to run the 2023 for me, but if you start it at any other time, you can undate it, so you can start it and stop it whenever you want to. So there are some future plans pages here. It's got month in each of these boxes, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use this yet, but it's there if I want to use it. But what I did do is, so I did do on these next pages. So these are some extra notes pages here in the back. I set my annual goals back here. And again, these are a little bit more vague, a little bit, you know, kind of out there type goals, but I put that on here. So I wrote some stuff that I want to focus on. Personal is growing Sherry plans, and then setting goals for content and revenue, routines and tracking. I've got my reading challenges, and I wrote down explore, outdoors and experiences, fun things like that. Annual goals, writing finishing school. I would love to be able to finish school this year if I could make that happen. And then finding a new job. Again, I don't even know where I'm at on that. Like, family relationships. I said starting a family, but again, we'll see. Okay, I think I got caught up somewhere on talking about my annual goals, but annual goals for health and wellness, I wrote down lose 50 pounds. Again, as long as we're doing all the other things that we're supposed to be doing to be healthier, if we get to that goal, then we do. Workout routines, I've got nothing on here for spiritual and personal growth, but I think this will be just mostly like Club Moxie, my reflections, and other trainings like that. Financial, I wrote paying off half my credit cards, saving for Go Wild, and then I wrote down a revenue goal for Sherry's plans. And then physical environment, spending better time. This was again very general, but just spending time caring better for my dogs. I realized like when I was doing this page that I didn't really put them into my other plans, and I want to do that because I want to spend more time with them on trainings, just engaging with them more and taking care of their health and wellness. And then I also wrote like finishing my office and decluttering. So these pages are printable pages on the Makselife website. So whether or not you use their system or you want to try it out, you can print these pages to try out. So I printed them out and then just cut them down to put them in this planner on these extras pages here. These are just line notes pages. But like I said, after I did those first goals, my quarter one goals on my annual goals pages, I felt I wanted some annual goals pages, so I added this in here. And then what I did for the next quarters was I printed out a monthly goals page, but this will be for Q2. And then this will be for Q3, and then this will be for Q4. And then I've added this page in here too. I'm really excited about this. This is a 2023 highlights page. I always forget. You get to the end of the year and I'm just like, what did I do this year? What were my highlights? What did I accomplish? And I forget. I forget about a lot of things, but I know there were good things that happened. I know there were things I accomplished. So I put this all together. These are stickers from Planner Kate. I just wrote in here 2023 highlights, and then I put 12 different stickers on here to capture 12 different highlights. I don't know if I'll go in like an order or if I'll just kind of wherever it fits add them in there that way, but that's how I'm going to use that. I have some more lined pages here at the end, and then this is the sheet. I don't know if this is an older sheet or not, but this was the sheet I was using for the date dots as well. And then that's it. That's how I set up and how I started using my undated planner. What did I want? I wanted to add to, so if you make a purchase from Makselife, I have my own coupon code. It's Sherry's Plans, all one word, and it's going to get you 10% off every order from Makselife. So that's awesome. So I have an affiliate link that you can click and use that. I do receive a commission from the company when you make a purchase. They pay me the commission at no extra charge to you. You just click the link, you shop like normal, and then make sure before you check out you use my discount code Sherry's Plans to help save you 10% on your order as well. So, and then I've shared some Planner Kate stickers in here. Planner Kate has a lot of stickers that match the Makselife different areas. So if you shop using Planner Kate, I have a code Sherry. It's going to save you 20% on all of your Planner Kate orders. And you can, like I said, they have stuff that matches the Makselife colors. So that's awesome. And then same thing with like monthly headers, date dots, payday flags, all that stuff. Planner Kate has it all. So that's how I set up my monthly planner for Makselife. I'm really excited about, sharing with you guys some of the goals that I've set and what goals I achieve and kind of what this year ends up looking like. I think it'll be really interesting to come back in a year and watch this video to see what goals I had and what I'm excited about and kind of how things go. So I'm really excited about this. If you have any questions about the Makselife monthly goal planner, Please leave me a comment in here and let me know if you have any questions. Again, use the discount code Sherry's Plants when you shop with Makselife. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.